Now joining us from the CU football staff and a Coach Prime, the defensive ends coach, Nick Williams, here for a couple of minutes, a couple of weeks ahead of spring ball. You chomping at the bit? Can't wait to get out there?
Can't wait.
Yeah?
Can't wait. It's exciting.
How's this transition been for you? I mean, you guys get to town, and all you assistants I've talked to, you get here, you're recruiting, it is implementation, it's off-season conditioning. You don't have a chance to really look around at all. I mean, it's been a whirlwind.
Well, you see it. You know,
Yeah.
you see the beauty in Boulder, but it's been fun for me and my wife and my family. The transition was a little tough.
Yeah.
The weather's a little different, but you grow to get used to it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really cold until the wind blows.
Right.
But it's been tough but a lot of fun.
Give us your background. Let people know where you came from.
Well, I originally started at University of Georgia back in 2017. I worked there for 4 seasons under Coach Smart and his staff. Was around a lot of elite coaches. I've been extremely blessed as a young coach to be around a lot of great coaches. Transitioned from University of Georgia to Texas A&M for 2 seasons. So I was with Coach Fisher and his staff, again, amongst a lot of elite coaches. And then, you know, I got the call from Coach Prime. And I'm here now.
I was trying to think,
Yes,
would we have seen you at Mile High Stadium? Would you have been there that day when the Buffs played Texas A&M, or did we?
I was there.
You were there.
I was there when
It
you
was a heck of a football game.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, great football game.
Scared A&M, you know.
No doubt about that.
Yeah,
it was a great game. All right, we just talked to Charles Kelly, and you're on that defensive staff. Tell me about what you bring to this staff to try to help the Buffaloes.
Well, I think a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. I'm just a high energy guy.
Sure.
I know a lot about I love to learn about the back end. Coach Dan Lanning, he's the head coach at Oregon. He told me one time at Georgia, he was like, hey, don't just be known as a D-line coach. Learn everything.
You bet.
So I coach D-ends, but also the buck position, which is an outside linebacker position.
Okay.
So, you know, you have to know a lot about coverage. And it's been exciting hearing Coach Kelly's version and bringing his style of play here. I think I bring, you know, just that excitement that, you know, I show up every day and I'm the same person.
Yeah.
And I always got a smile on my face because I'm extremely blessed.
Well, you're coaching a fun position. The edge position has become an elite position in college athletics.
Absolutely.
And you're dealing with a very different kind of athlete than we did in the past, right? I mean,
I love it.
you're working with some pretty athletic, intense cats.
And they're tough.
Yeah.
They still have that tough, you know, nature about them. But, you know, they got to know how to rush the passers, strike blockers in the run game, you know, and then coverage. So, you know, they got to be smart guys. You know, and it's exciting because in this defense, it highlights the defensive ends, the buck and the end.
Okay.
So, you know, if you don't play well at that position, it stands out. So it's a lot of pressure on me, but I can handle it.
You know, if you look this guy up in line, you're going to see a lot of people talking about elite recruiter. What does it take to be an elite recruiter in 2023?
Relationships.
Is that right?
Yeah, and just be yourself. You know, I just try to be myself. And one thing I do is I always wanted to be the coach I didn't have. So growing up, I've always played football my entire life. And I knew what I needed in a coach. And sometimes I had that and sometimes I didn't. So I got the cheat code. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be the guy that I always wanted.
Yeah.
And I always talk to these guys. You have to talk to them a lot, you know, whether you get them to call you or, you know, we get 1 call a week. I make sure I use that, but I get to know their entire family, not just the mom and dad, not just brother and sister. I want to know grandma. I want to know aunties. I want to know your first cousins. I want to know a lot about your culture. You know, what do you like to eat? What do you like to do for fun? You know, and then I'm gonna tell you a lot about myself. Sure. I want you to know my family as well. And I think once you do that, you build a deeper, a different type of relationship when you can allow the recruits and their parents to get to know you and your family.
That's true. What you just said is true, not just in the coaching world, but if you get in coaching, you want to impact young men. That's true from a mentor standpoint.
Yes,
Be the man you always needed as a young guy, right?
Yes, sir.
And it really impacts lives that way. What have you learned so far about being on Prime's staff and what kind of he brings to the table and how unique he is as a head coach?
Well, he loves these guys.
Yeah.
Like, he loves them in a different way. He wants them to learn about things that has nothing to do with football, like marketing,
Sure.
you know, your credit score.
The whole human kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah, it's not just about football with him.
Interesting.
You know, he wants to develop men off the field just as much as he wants on the field. He wants to teach them about life, you know, because you're only going to play football for a small amount of time, you know, and it's going to be over. So I think he wants them prepared for the real world.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
You know that great old line, there comes a time when you're not done with football, but football's done with you.
Yes, sir.
Right? Hey, before we let you go, I saw a photo. You've got a beautiful family. You got a couple of young ones. Tell us about them real quick.
I have a 4-year-old daughter, Nyla, and she's a little firecracker.
Yeah.
You know, I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. She doesn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Now my son, Noah, he's 1.
All right.
And he's something else.
All right.
His favorite thing to do, believe it or not, is get spankings. He loves to get spankings. So, you know, he likes to sleep at night. So he'll do something right around bedtime, and I'll spank his little butt, and he'll sleep good. You know, but I love him. I love him.
Like father, like son, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, welcome. Can't wait till spring ball gets underway.
Thank you. I'm excited.
All right, Nick Williams, defensive end coach for the Colorado Buffaloes.